Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda.
Hare Krishna devotees, welcome to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya on a Saturday morning. Today we have the privilege of having His Grace Suvinaya Nityananda Prabhu, and we'll be just continuing with our discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 16th chapter. Today's verse will be 27 through 29. Prabhu, over to you. I just stopped sharing now. Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Dhanavaja. Welcome all to Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. Thanks for the opportunity given to me. Let's start with Mangalacharan prayers and dive into Bhagavatam. Om Ajnanatimmirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupam Kadamahyam Tadati Swapatankitam Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Shakrachatum Sahakana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Shatvaitam Shavadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahakana Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanam Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Pancha Kalpatarubhascha Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavarembhyo Vaishnavembhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnapada Vashtaya Bhutale Srimate Jayapataka Bhaktivedanta Swami Nityananda Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pacharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschata Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhaktavranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Nayam Vriyet Ishtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Uttama-shloke Bhakti Bhauti Naishtuke Mukam Karoti Vacharam Pangur Lankayate Girim Nit Kripatamam Bhakti Shri Gurum Pramanandamadam Shri Chaitanya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Welcome all to the Nityam Bhagavata class. I'll share the verses. Hopefully you're able to see. Okay. Today we are reading Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 5, Chapter 16, Text 27, 28 and 29. The conclusion of description of Jambudvipa. Jatara Devakuto Merum Purve Nashtadasha Yojana Sahasram Utkato To Dvisahasram Pruto Tungo Bhavata Evam Aparina Pavana Paritrikyo Dakshinina Kailasa Karaviro Parag Avyata Evam Uttaras Trishringa Makarva Stibir Ethe Paristrodnir Eva Paritasha Chakasti Kanchana Girihi. Translation. The eastern side of Sumeru mountain are two mountains named Jatara and Devakuta, which extend to north and south for 18,000 yojanas, that is 144,000 miles. Similarly, on the western side of Sumeru are two mountains named Pavana and Pariyatra, which also extend north and south for same direct distance. On the southern side of Sumeru are two mountains named Kailash and Karavira, which extend east and west for 18,000 yojanas, and north side of Sumeru extending the same distance from east and west are two mountains, Trishinga and Makara. The width and height of these mountains is 2,000 yojanas, that is 16,000 miles. Sumeru, a mountain of gold shining as brilliantly as fire, is surrounded by these 8 mountains. We'll read all. We are reading the description of Jambudvipa. Before deep diving into what, so we'll just recap how the universe is there. Bhumandala, right? We are using the Vedic cosmology website for this. First of all, you should understand the Anda, the Brahmanda, consists of 14 planetary systems. And each planetary system is stacked upon each other in their respective planes. Starting from Satyaloka, Tapoloka, Janarloka, Maharloka, Bhuvarloka, then Bhuloka, and then Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Talatala, Patala. Okay. So here what we are seeing is Bhumandala means the Bhuloka, which is above, which is in middle of the 14 planetary systems. Bhumandala. It is called Bhumandala. So the entire Anda is called Brahmanda. And within that, at the center is Bhumandala. And Bhumandala, then you have various lokas, that is the lower planetary system, Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Mahatala, Talatala, Patala. And below Patala is Pitraloka, and below Pitraloka is Yamuloka. And then it is all held by Garbhodayaka Vishnu. Okay. And Garbhodayaka Vishnu is sleeping on a Garbha ocean. So there is a Garbha ocean which is filled 1/3. And then above that, all the planetary systems are there. And the planetary system is surrounded by 8 concentric circles or layers. Earth, water, that is Panchabhutas, earth, water, fire, air, ether, and 3 subtle elements, that is ego, Mahatattva, and Prakriti. So what is being described in this chapter is Jambudvipa. I'll come to what Jambudvipa is. I think so. Many speakers have explained. I thought I'll share the visuals. So this portion is called Bhumandala. Okay. And for which Earth is part of Jambudvipa. Then, this is what actually a Bhumandala looks like. So Bhumandala, you can imagine a circle. You can imagine Bhumandala as a circle, and various concentric circles are there. So the center of the circle is Sumeru mountain or Golden Mountain, Meru mountain. And this Meru mountain is made of full gold. And that is what here. And it is surrounded by Sapta Sagaras and Sapta Dvipas. Sapta Sagara and Sapta Dvipas. The Sapta Sagaras are called, one is salt ocean, sugar ocean, liquor, ghee, milk, yogurt, and sweet water. Those are Sapta Sagaras. The entire Bhumandala consists of 7 Sagaras, starting from salt ocean, that is what we can see, Lavana Samudra. Then after that it is sugar, then it is liquor, then it is ghee, then it is milk, then it is yogurt, and then is fresh water. So in between these oceans, there are land masses, and these are called Dvipas. First land mass is called, the center, it is called Jambudvipa. This is where Bharata Varsha resides. I'll come to what is Varshas and what is. So then you should understand there is Jambudvipa. And from Jambudvipa, then it is surrounded by salt ocean. And then Phalaksha Dvipa comes. It is surrounded by sugar ocean. Then Samadhi Dvipa comes. It is surrounded by liquor ocean. Then Kusha Dvipa comes. It is surrounded by ghee ocean. Krauncha Dvipa comes. It is surrounded by milk ocean. Saka Dvipa comes. It is surrounded by yogurt ocean. Pushkara Dvipa comes. It is surrounded by clear water. That is how our Bhumandala is organized into Sapta Sagaras and Sapta Dvipas. Out of this Sapta Sagaras and Sapta Dvipa, one of the Dvipa is Jambu Dvipa. One of the Dvipa is Jambu Dvipa. And in this chapter, we are studying Jambu Dvipa. And overall, how you can imagine this is, how it actually, not imagine, actually, how it is laid out is, it is similar to a whirl of a lotus. A whirl of a lotus where center there is, like you can see, this is a whirl of a lotus, and center is Sumeru Parvat, Meru Parvat, which is golden. And its whirls are one of the Dvipas, surrounded by oceans. So that is how you should visualize. Okay. Then I'll come to what is described here. Right. So Jambu Dvipa, this is good, I think so. Yeah. See, Jambu Dvipa, Varsha is 7 land masses. Actually, Varsha means land mass. Land mass, and it's particular demarcated landmarks. So this is Jambu Dvipa. This is circle I told, right? From this circle, see here, from this, there's a 7 Dvipas and 7 Samudras. And where it stands, you can see here, Bhumandala. See, this is what? This is where the Brahmanda is there and the Bhumandala is there. And what we are talking is here center. There's a golden Sumeru mountain. And these are the oceans and the Dvipas and the land masses. And then Saptasagaras and Saptadvipas. And the center is called Jambudvipa. So this is where we are. And we will explore that. We'll zoom on that, Jambudvipa. So if you zoom on Jambudvipa alone, it is like this. Yeah. So this one, you see this one, this is the Jambudvipa, where mountain Meru is there in the center. And these are the 4 mountains that are surrounding. Mountain ranges that are surrounding this. And these are the mountain ranges. This color, right, other than yellow color, these are various mountain ranges covering, and these are separated. Varshas is landmass. These are separated land masses. So Bharata Varsha is on the southernmost. This is the northernmost is Kuru Varsha. Southernmost is Bharata Varsha, which is separated by other land masses by Himalaya mountains. This Himalaya is not the Himalaya mountains what we see, the snow-capped mountains in North India. That is not this. This Himalaya is a big one, which separates Bharata Varsha from Kimpurusha Varsha. And Kimpurusha Varsha is separated from Hari Varsha by Hemakuta mountains. And Hari Varsha is separated from Ketumala Varsha and Bhadrashava Varsha by Nishada mountains. And Ketumala Varsha is separated by Nila mountains, Malyavan mountains. So you see how many Varshas are there, land masses are there in Jambudvipa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8 Varshas are there. So 8 Varshas are there in 8 Varshas is land masses. You can think of this as continents or countries, whatever you can think. Those are called land masses. Okay. So here in this chapter, what all is there in Jambudvipa has been described. And in this particular shloka, the mountain range, these ranges, right? These ranges are being described, these ranges. See, mountain Meru is also has 4 mountains that are attaching to that. Apart from these 4 mountains, there are other 4 mountain ranges, north, south, east, west. These are the mountain range. This you can see, right? These are the mountain range. So these mountain ranges is what explained in this shloka. So if you further zoom in, see here. So this is the mountain, Sumeru mountain. And this is surrounded by 4 mountains. See, it is attached 4 mountains, Kumuda, Mandara, Meru Mandara, Suprasva. These are the 4 mountain ranges that are attached to Sumeru. And apart from these 4 mountain ranges, and outer side of these 4 mountain ranges, this is in the northern side, there is Trishinga and Makara. On the eastern side, there is Jatara and Devakota. On the southern side, there is Kailasha and Karavera. And on the western side, it is Pavana and Pariyatra. So this is what is described in this particular shloka. So there is Sumeru mountain. Sumeru mountain is attached to 4 mountains, small mountains, that is Kumuda, Mandara, Meru Mandara, and Suparshva. And these mountains are surrounded in north, south, east, west by Trishanga Makara, Jatara Devakota, Kailasha Karavera, and Pavana Pariyatra. So that is what this shloka is explaining. Okay. And each of these mountain ranges, inner mountain range, this is outer mountain range, inner mountain range, there are huge lakes, 4 huge lakes. Here you can see, right, lakes. So from these, there are 4 huge lakes. So in these 4 huge lakes, the water, the first lake, the water tastes like milk. From the second lake, it tastes like honey. The third lake, it tastes like sugarcane juice. And the 4th lake is filled with pure water. Okay, all the celestial beings, Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, and other demigods enjoy the facilities of these lakes. What a pure natural beauty, right? So that is what the mountain ranges surrounding Sumeru mountain in Jambudvipa is described. So each of the mountain ranges are 16,000 miles or yojanas. That is what is described here. So come here. So which extend 18,000 yojanas are 144,000 miles. So that is what. So you should you need to visualize. Otherwise, you cannot understand. You need to visualize this. Otherwise, you cannot understand this. Okay. So we studied the 4 mountain ranges that surround Sumeru mountain, apart from the inner mountain ranges. Then we will move on to next one. Merur Murdani Bhagavata Atmayonor Madhyayata Upaklutam Purim Ayuta Yojana Sahasrim Samachatursham Shakta Kaumbin Vadanti. In the middle of summit of Meru is a township of Lord Brahma. Each of his sites is calculated to extend for 10 million yojanas, 80 million miles. The township itself is extending 80 million miles. It is made entirely of gold, and therefore learned scholars call it Shatakombi. Shatakombi is made entirely of gold. So now see how to visualize. So this is Sumeru mountain. These are the mountain ranges we saw. Then on top of Sumeru mountain, right? On top of Sumeru mountain, like this. This is a good picture. See here. This is Sumeru mountain. These are 4 mountains that are attached to Sumeru. And these are the small mountain ranges you see here. These are what described in the previous shloka. This is Trishingam, this is Trishinga, Makara, this is Kailasa. So all the small mountain ranges are there now. That is what described. And this gives the mountain ranges of Jambudvipa entirely. Then what is told here is, see, this is Mount Meru, it is extending. And here in this sloka is the center of Jambudvipa. Mount Meru is also called Sumeru. And on top of this, you can see on top of here, see this, on top of this, there is a township. On the center here, you can see this is township of Brahma. So you can see this is the entire Jambudvipa from top view. So this is salt ocean. Meru is Jambudvipa is covered by salt ocean, and this entire Parvat, the Sumeru mountain, is surrounded by 4 mountains and small mountain ranges, and this is Varshas. This is Bharata Varsha. It is last, which is covered which is surrounded by Himalayas and differentiated into other Varshas. These are other Varshas, Ilaya Varsha, Kimpurusha Varsha, all that. 9 Varsha, 8 Varshas are here. Okay, now this is describing, see here, this is what it is. On top of, in the middle summit of Meru, on the summit is a top, on top of Sumeru mountain, is a township of Lord Brahma called Brahmapuri. Whenever Brahma comes to Bhumandala, he stays here. That is called Brahmapuri. That is where on top of Sumeru mountain, which is lying on Jambudvipa, center of Jambudvipa. So here is Brahma's township. It extends how much? It extends 80 million miles. It extends 80 million miles. 80 million miles. It's so opulent. It is so big. You cannot imagine 80 million miles. Our townships are what? Some 10 kilometers square, 15 kilometers. That only is we got from 400 acres or 800 acres. But this township is 80 million miles. So here you can see in the slide, on the summit of Mount Sumeru is Brahmapuri. This is Brahmapuri, the residence of Lord Brahma. That means, see, Lord Brahma resides in Satyaloka, but when he comes to Bhumandala, he resides here. We also reside in Bangalore, but whenever we go for a vacation or work, we reside in a hotel or some place, right? That is what this Brahmapuri is. Each of its sites is 10,000 yojana. See, this is 10,000 yojanas long, surrounding Brahmapuri. That we'll say in this. So this is what is Brahmapuri. Okay. So surrounding Brahmapuri is, see, the surrounding things, right? We'll study in the next sloka. You understood what is Brahmapuri? This is all made of gold. Entire city is made of gold. With opulence. So today's last sloka we'll study. Tam anuparito lokapalam stanam yata disham yata rupam turiya maneno purvastva upakaltapa. Translation. Surrounding Brahmapuri in all directions are residences of 8 principal governors of planetary system, beginning with King Indra. These abodes are similar to Brahmapuri, but are 1/4 of the size. So now we'll study the purpose of Shri Prabhupada, Jai Shri Prabhupada. Srila Vishwanatha Chakra Thakura confirms that the townships of Lord Brahma and 8 subordinate governors of planetary systems, beginning with Indra, are mentioned in other Puranas. Merorva Navapuranisyor Manovati Amaravati Tejoti Samyamani Tata Krishnanga Para Shaddavati Gandhavati Tata Chanya Mahodaya Yashovati Cha Brahmendra Bhadyayam Yata Krimana. This is Vishwanatha Chakravarti Thakura confirming Brahma township. So Brahma township is known as Manovati. We saw that in center of summit of Meru mountain or Sumeru mountain, there is township of Brahma, that is Manovati. And those of his assistants such as Indra, Agni are known as Amaravati, Tejovati, Samyamani, Krishnanga, Shaddavati, Gandhavati, Mahodaya, and Yashovati. Brahmapuri is situated in the middle and other 8 Puri is surrounded in all directions. So now we'll come to our picture. So this is what is wrote. Brahmas is Brahmapuri, or it is called Manovati. Here on the north it is Kuveras. On the right, at the east it is Indra, Amaravati. On the west, Varuna, Shraddhavati. On the south, Yama, Samyamani. On the southeast, it is Agni, Tejavati. On southwest, Nirati, Krishnanga. And Vayus is Gandhavati and Shivas is Yashovati. So there are townships built on Sumeru mountain. Sumeru mountain itself is made of gold, and all these townships are also made of gold. So this is what it is. Surrounding Brahmapuri in all directions are the residences of 8 principal governors of planetary system, beginning with King Indra. These abodes are similar to Brahmapuri, but 1/4 in size. So Brahmapuri is extending 80,000 miles. These are extending only 20,000 miles. That's all. It is smaller compared to Brahmapuri. And Srila Vishwanatha Thakur confirms townships of Lord Brahma and 8 subordinate planetary systems. Okay. There are 10 directions here: north, south, east, west, northeast, southeast, southwest, and northwest. Northwest, and up and down. Up and down is also considered direction. These 10 directions, besides the 8 guardians of 8 directions, the following 2 are added: Brahma, zenith, meaning vertically farthest up, and Vishnu, nadir, means down. So that is what it is called. Okay. So somebody is familiar with Vastu Shastra, so this is how it is. Right? This is how, in the top of Sumeru mountain, each of the townships are there. See, Kuvera, Shiva, Indra, Varuna, Yama, Nriti, Varuna, Vayu. So these are the townships. So this really completes the Jambudvipa installation. So here are some geographic things given. Okay, so what happens? Ganga flows from causal ocean at the tip of Garbhodayaka Vishnu. It flows into the mid of Brahmapuri. Like here, see, it is flowing into, and it splits into 4 channels, 4 rivers. That is called 4 branches. Alaknanda, Chakshusa, Bhadra. Alaknanda flows into our, Alaknanda, it flows into our, see, this is 4 Ganga. From the top, it flows into the center of Brahmapuri, and 4 channels are there: Bhadra, Sita, Alaknanda, Chakshushu. Alaknanda is what flows into Bharatavarsha, and it splits into various rivers: Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati, Kaveri, Tunga. All that is run by Alaknanda. So entire is Ganga, but one branch is called Alaknanda. See here, the branch of Ganga, Ganges, known as Alaknanda, flows from southern side of Brahmapuri, passing over top of mountain of various lands. It falls into fierce force upon peaks of Hemakuta and Himakuta. And after inundating this top of mountain, Ganges falls into tract known as Bharatavarsha, which she also inundates. Ganges flows into salt water. Okay, so this is how it is flowing. So this really completes this. Thus, the end of Bhakti Vedanta purport of 5th canto, 16th chapter, Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Description of Jambudvipa. Now we will come. So after knowing this, why study the structure of universe? Okay, bro, why? So we have studied in geography in our classes, like in 10th standard, 8th standard, whatever it is, we have studied. Why we should study the geography like this? Okay. First reason is to understand our home. Where are we? First we should understand. First we should understand where are we. So we have moved into a new home, new apartment, new flat. So now you will understand, right? Okay, where is the bedroom? Where is the kitchen? Where is the living room? Where is the drawing room? Where is the terrace? Where is the balcony? Who are my neighbors? Where, how do I get out? What is the emergency exit? Where the water is coming from? Where the electricity meters are? We know all that, right? Where is the parking space? So first, we have landed into this Brahmanda. Okay, and we are living in this Bhumandala. And within that Bhumandala, we are residing Bharatavarsha. And within Bharatavarsha, we are living Dakshina Digbhagya. Dakshina Digbhagya, Ganges, Dakshin, and we are living in Kaveri, near Kaveri. So we should know our address in the universe. Otherwise, if we don't know what our address, then we are living in ignorance. So first we should know our home, the enormity of it. The home where we are. We are first in Jambudvipa, Bharatakanda, Bharatavarsha, Dakshina Digbhagya, that is southern of Bharatavarsha. You can see, right, ocean, salt ocean. So that is what we should know. So first we should know our home. That is why we need to study our universe structure, where we are. And Just we are seeing only our type of people here, right? We're not reviewing others. So there are other types of people also. There are various other, like Bharata Varsha, similarly Kim Varsha is there. Then Ilayavarta Varsha is there. So to understand, hey, our neighbors are also there. We may not be able to see them because we don't have power to go there. We have power to travel within Bharatavarsha, but beyond Bharatavarsha, there are Himalayas, which we cannot cross. Not these Himalayas, what we see. There is other Himalayas, which we cannot cross. We need special power. So Hiranyakashipu, the major powerful demon, crossed over. He had powers. He crossed over Bharatavarsha, he crossed over Kimpurusha Varsha, went to Ilayavarta Varsha and performed penances. When Lord Brahma appeared and gave him. So, first of all, if you don't understand, there is land outside also. There are our neighbors also. The land is out there outside. We don't make an effort to go there. So that is why we should learn. The first thing is to understand our own. Where are we? That is why we should learn the study of the structure of the universe. Then understand the opulence of the Lord. This is most important, right? See the opulence of the Lord. What a creation He has made. In one Brahmanda, He's created wonderful Bhumandala. Within that, there are 7 oceans. What are the oceans? The ocean of salt, ocean of sugar, ocean of liquor, sugar cane juice, local ocean of liquor, ocean of milk, ocean of yogurt, ocean of ghee, ocean of pure water. See, for one glass of sugar cane nowadays, it is we have to give 20-25 rupees. But you imagine an ocean of sugar cane, ocean of milk, ocean of yogurt, ocean of sweet water. See how much opulent the Lord is. And in Jambu Dvipa, there is Sumeru mountain, which is full of gold. Here we go deep into earth and mine gold, and we get some grams only of gold. But the entire mountain is gold. Entire mountain is gold. And on top of that, his devotees, his servants, the administrators have created townships. Whenever they come for inspection from their respective loka, they stay in their townships. And they have their people in their townships to look after the administration of Bhumandala. And these townships are wonderful. They are made fully of gold. We use sand, bricks, stone, which are made of cheap material, right? But the townships of the devotees of the Lord, who are administrators, Indra, Kuvera, Vayu, Yama, Brahma, who is heading all this, the townships are extremely opulent. Extremely opulent. They're made of Shatakumbi. Shatakumbi means entire gold. No other material is used. See how much opulent the Lord is. And how much opulency the Lord grants to his devotees. The Lord doesn't want his devotees to be not staying. The administrators, they deserve it. See, ordinary minister, chief minister is given a bungalow by the government, is giving facilities by the government. So Krishna is also giving facilities and opulence to his administrators, Brahma and others. See the care of the Lord. Lord cares and gives opulence. It is not Lord always wants us to be, oh, you work, but the working conditions I don't take care. No. Lord is a perfect caregiver. He created Sumeru mountain. On the top of that Sumeru mountain is a township which is made full of gold. Moreover, on top, he pours Ganga onto top of Sumeru mountain and it branches into 4 rivers, Bhadrashava, Sita, Alaknanda, and Chakshusha. Continuous pure water supply is there. Which engineer can design like this? No engineer can design like this. And if people bathe, the people of various varshas bathe on this with using this Ganga water, which is flowing into respective varshas, they get all their sins washed out. And this life is sustaining because of this water. So one is how Lord is opulent. He has created golden mountains. How he takes care of his devotees or his servants. It is not that Lord wants to servants to live in some poverty or what. He provides a facility. Imagine 80,000 square miles of land, township. So when you see, go to IAS officer and see his bungalow, we just keep our uh, finger on our lips and say, hey, what opulent this IAS officer has got a car, he has got bungalow. That is nothing. If you work for the Lord, if you surrender to Lord, if you become administrator of the Lord, if you become devotee of the Lord, this is the opulence you get. That too, he is giving that opulence in material world only. Imagine what will be in Golok. Chintamani Sadrusham. It's all made of 12 stones, touchstone stones. Right? So we can understand the opulence of the Lord and understand the unlimited potency of the Lord. With this, we can see unlimited potency of the Lord. What creation! We saw, right? The Lord has created Brahmanda. He has created Anda. He has created Brahmanda. So Brahmanda is the five gross elements, that is air, water, earth, ether, and fire, and three subtle elements also: false ego, intelligence, and mind. Is covered by that, and all the planets are lying, floating, and within that Bhumandala is there small. And within that, see the creation, see the unlimited potency. It is not only one Brahmanda. This is our Brahmanda is described here. Our Jambu Dvipa is described. There are like that lakhs, crores, billions, trillions of Brahmandas are there. Within that, it is not only one, this is replicated, Jambu Dvipa. In the other one, there may be other Dvipa. There may be other precious metals. We don't know. So that is the unlimited power of the Lord. So we should, oh Lord, you're so powerful, you're creating just by breathing. Imagine we have to construct a house. How much sweat will be gone? Person will have to sweat out liters of blood to build such a house. But an ordinary house, we sweat it out. But see the Lord, He has built Brahmanda just by breathing, without effortlessly. See the potency of the Lord. See unlimited potency of the Lord. And if you see all this, finally, what we become? Oh man, we are just a tiny speck on a beach. We are nothing. So we feel very humble. How small are we? We get very humble. Nothing. We are fighting for this land, that land. We are fighting for this money, that money. We are fighting for this position, that position. We are fighting for this power, that power. Oh, I'm not added. It is so. I'm not added into this meeting. Oh, I'm not added into that meeting. I'm not part of this. I'm not part of that. And all we feel very small. No relevance in this unlimited potential world. We are a tiny speck. And Lord is providing everything to the tiny speck also. He's caring for us also. So the learning is this studying of the structure of the universe makes us very much humble. One is the knowledge portion. We can get the knowledge portions. Hey, there is Sumeri mountain made of gold. On top of that, there is Brahmapuri, there is Amaravati, there is Egatpuri, Samanvayam. All that, there is knowledge portion of it. But what you will do with that knowledge? What is the application of that knowledge? Hey, to study, hey, the opulence of Lord is so much. The potency of the Lord is unlimited. I am just a tiny speck. I can't scale up. So what I am doing, satisfy my ego. Now leave it. The humbleness should crawl in. Humbleness should crawl in. So that is what Lord is teaching. That is why Srimad Bhagavatam describes this structure of universe is. One is, yes, you need to know your place. That's the first. That's why I put the first to understand our home, where it is, how it is created. First to understand. But what is the application of that understanding? Yes, hey, my Lord is unlimited. My Lord takes care, gives the devotees opulence. So let us be humble, let us surrender to Lord. Let us perform bhakti to Lord. That is where, because He has provided all this to us. He has provided this to us for us to enjoy. We only came here. Hey, we want enjoyment, independent of Krishna. And he has not thrown away like that for us. See the lakes. We describe the lakes of honey, lakes of sugarcane juice, lakes of pure water. So what all things Lord has provided for our enjoyment, His children enjoyment. Even though they have declined the position of servant and came here to become lords, He has provided them. Just as father gives money to a child and tells him, go and enjoy. He has given us. But we can't understand. Ata Krishna Namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyam. That means these material senses, what we have, cannot understand this. Ata Krishna Namadi na bhaved grahyam indriyam. So these indriyas, what we have, cannot accept Krishna's name, fame, popularity, wealth. It can't. So this has to be fed to us in terms of Bhagavatam. This has to be fed and we should listen carefully. Then only these indriyas, these material senses will go. Sevonmikehi jivvado, starting from tongue, by honoring prasadam, by telling Krishna's names. Sevonmikehi jivvado, by performing seva, understanding this, feeling humble, we perform seva. Sevonmikehi jivvado, svayam eva spurati yatam. That means then the understanding happens. So that is what it is. One is knowledge portion which Shukadeva Goswami is giving us this. But what the application of knowledge is? Feeling humility, feeling humbleness. So first of all, understand this. Hey, there are so many varshas, there are so many dvipas, there are so many things. Then you will understand, hey, this is enormous. And demons use it in another way. They want to capture all lands. Oh, there is Bharata Varsha, there is Ilaya Varsha also. Oh, there is Kimpurusha Varsha. I should capture all lands within Jambudvipa. Oh, there is golden. Oh, I should go there and mine gold in Sumeru. And they will acquire powers, go and be after wealth. But as devotees, what we should do is, see the potency of the Lord. Wonderful. My Lord is wonderful. He has taken care of us. He has taken care. So what other people will do? Other people who are not devotees, who want fruitive workers, they will perform austerities. Hey, there is sugarcane or honey lake. I want to go there and enjoy. So they perform austerity. They get the boon, they go there. Like the Siddhas, Charanas, Gandharvas, have access to all these facilities. As human beings, especially in Kali Yuga, we don't have access to facilities, but we hanker for these facilities. Then we perform austerities, we get that facility. But as devotees, we should not hanker for those facilities. The facilities are wonderful in material world also, as you're seeing. You do not do anything. But as devotees, what we should do? We should feel humble. Hey, Lord has given us so much. What are we giving back to God? Nothing. So we come back from serving Him. We have come back. No, we should go back. So we sit and perform devotional service. Sarvopadi vinirmuktam tat paratvena nirmalam rishikesha sevanam bhakti ruchyate. So we perform. Understanding this, we should leave out all our upadhis, that is titles. Hey, I am CEO of this company. Hey, I am head of family of this particular family. Hey, I am president of this country. I am prime minister of the Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. It is no use. All this is no use. Studying this so much, hey, all this is no use. I have a township, 200 acres on earth, but Brahma's township made up full of gold, 80,000 square miles. What is that is compared to this? Nothing. Feel humble. So, Sarvopadi vinirmuktam. All upadhis we need to leave. Tat paratvena nirmalam. Make ourselves, our heart, nirmalam, that is pure. Work towards that. How do you make our heart pure? Rishikesha Rishikena Sevana. By performing devotional service to Rishikesha, that is Krishna. And Sevon Mukhe Swayam, that is Bhakti. Rishikesha Rishikena Sevana Bhakti Ruchate. So that is Bhakti. You perform Bhakti, you become humble. So by this knowledge, the vastness and the opulence of the universe, you develop humbleness, and with that humbleness, you perform devotional service, leaving all your material titles and positions, and you will gain Lord. So don't be worried. Hey, I'm not added to this WhatsApp group. I'm not being kept informed. Hey, I'm not invited to this meeting. Hey, I'm not being promoted. Hey, I don't have money. Nothing. Lord will give. Lord has given. There is one mountain of gold. How much height is the Sumeru mountain? Nobody knows. The Lord is so opulent. So, but we have left that place, Goloka, and come here. So let us go back to that place by developing the knowledge of this universe, understanding the vastness, understanding the opulence Lord provides for his devotees, understanding the unlimited potency of the Lord. Feel humble and we'll perform our devotional service and go back. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, thank you for the wonderful presentation. It was so nice to actually come to the conclusion of this chapter. It's been most appropriate, I would say. Yeah. And you actually very nicely you covered the Vedic cosmology and you explained in detail to that picture. Prabhu, it'll be good if you could share that.
Yes, Prabhu.
It'll be very nice. If it's a link from somewhere, you can get the link, you can post the link in the chat box. Yeah. So that everybody can get access to it. And you very nicely, while explaining everything, you summarize to say, why study all this? And that's very important to understand our home, where we actually are, who are our neighbors, and where we actually belong. And most importantly, the opulence of the Lord and also the unlimited potency of the Lord. And just to bring the point, he said very nicely to say, that shows how insignificant we are. So why are we trying to, make ourselves with all upadhis, trying to put ourselves as if we are some great people? That's I mean, though we keep hearing it every now and then, it's very hard to sometimes, get it sunk within us, sinking feeling of that. What do you think? It's a struggle. At least I'm going through that. So thank you for this wonderful class, Prabhu. I just wanted one thing. Again, we had Sornagaru Prabhu talking about that pictorial thing you also gave very nicely. So how do can we relate to the earth where we are to all this? So I still couldn't locate how do I link earth. When you say Ganges is flowing, so which part, and then you have a different Himalaya which is not here. So how do we relate this to earth where we are? When you say Bor or, I mean, the Loka which you mentioned over here, if you could just clarify that before I open to questions for others.
Yes, Prabhu. So, see, entire Bhumandala, right? I had Bhumandala, right? Yeah, this entire Bhumandala, Prabhu.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is Bhumandala. And see here, Earth is part of Jambudvipa, which is surrounded by an ocean of salt water. Okay. Earth is part of Jambudvipa. It is clearly written. Earth is part of Jambudvipa, which is surrounded by ocean. Salt water ocean. And I showed the picture right here. 1 second, I'll show that picture.
Yeah.
Where is that picture? This one. See, Prabhu, this one?
Yeah.
See, salt water. Okay, there are Sapta Sagaras, right? And Sapta Dvipas. First Dvipa is Jambudvipa.
Yeah.
Okay. And here, these are the mountain ranges that separate various land masses, various Varshas. And here on the south of Sumeru mountain, this is Bharata Varsha. See here, it's called Bharata Varsha. Here is where Earth is. This is Earth. Bharata Varsha, this is whole of the world. Earth is called Bharata Varsha. It is not only Bharata, it is Bharata Varsha. Entire landmass is called Earth. This is Earth. This Bharata Varsha is Earth. and it is part of Jambudvipa. And it is separated from other Varshas with Himalayas mountains, not the Himalayas mountains what we see now.
PC disconnected.
Okay, Prabhu.
Everybody hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
PC disconnected. PC connected.
Prabhu, it's your voice is, your audio is breaking.
Prabhu, you are able to hear me?
Yes, yes. Now it's very clear, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu, can you hear me?
Prabhu, you are able to hear
Prabhu.
me?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu, we can hear you.
Connected.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, yes, Prabhu. Can you hear us? Or can you hear me? Hare Krishna.
Phone 1 connected.
Okay, I'm not able to hear you, Prabhu.
Oh, you're not able to hear?
Can you hear me, Prabhu?
Prabhu,
I answered
now
your
is it
question,
better?
Prabhu. I'm not able to hear you. I don't know if the problem is my side or...
I can hear.
Yeah, we can hear each other. I think we have to chat with him. Maybe let me just request Prabhu to log out and maybe log in.
He's doing that.
I think so. Yeah, must be.
Prabhu, it reminds me of McKenna's Gold, Prabhu, how they go.
That is nothing, isn't it?
Yes.
That isn't, will be nothing compared to this.
Except the people have not done any expedition to Mount Sumeru.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I can hear now.
Yes, yes, Hare Krishna. So, no, so I mean, we could hear you very clearly. It was only that, I mean, you couldn't hear us. So Prabhu, the point was, you again mentioned where we are in the Jambudvipa, but we're also talking about the 14 planetary systems and then Brahmaloka is on top. Now, here it looks like everything in one place. I'm not able to exactly again make in a, for
Yes,
me, I'm
yeah,
not able to understand.
if you provide me sharing access, I can share and explain. It is...
Oh, sure, sure. Oh, okay. No, sure. I will make you the co-host. Sure, Prabhu. I'm sorry. I didn't realize that. Yes, Prabhu, you have the co-host sharing rights now. So the point was that I was trying to relate to that also over here. I think.
Yeah, see, that is it's bit. I need some guidance to understand this. Otherwise, it will not.
Yeah.
I struggled initially. Then I had one devotee explain to me. See, only this portion, right? Sorry. There is. Okay. Here, Bhumandal. See, here is, you can imagine one ball, right, Prabhu? One ball. This big ball is this entire Brahmanda, the egg.
Yes, the full one.
Okay.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
the middle, this is only is Bhumandala. On the middle, one thick thing, one thick layer will be there. That is Bhumandala. And above, there are various other layers also. That is not explained. There is not explained here. You can see Satyaloka also have this. Okay, Satyaloka will have its own structure. It may have some other different structure and some other dimensions also, which we cannot imagine or think also. See, we are talking 3 dimensions only. In Satyaloka, Tapoloka, we might have some dimensions that is not described here. What we described is the Bhumandala, where we stay. That is what is described. They have not described.
Mandala here is referring to the earth?
No, Bhumandala is entire thing, Bhuloka. So 14 planetary systems are there, no? Satyaloka, Tapoloka,
Yes.
Loka.
Yes.
Like that, Bhumandala is Bhuloka. Bhuloka is not Earth. Bhuloka is entire Saptadvipas and Saptamudras. Within that, there is within one Dvipa is Jambudvipa, and within that there is one Varsha, Bharata Varsha. Bharata Varsha is Earth, what we can see, where humans are living. So Bhumandala is not Earth. Bhumandala is not Earth. Bhumandala is a Loka.
Yeah, Bhumandala is you're saying it's a universe. The entire, the what you call the entire Brahmanda is that, or how is it?
No, entire Brahmanda is not. Within
Within the okay.
Within Brahmanda there are 14 planetary systems, and within 14 planetary systems, one of the planetary system is Bhumandala. And within Bhumandala, there is 7 oceans and 7 islands. And within that island, one of the islands is Jambudvipa. And within that, there is one landmass called Bharatavarsha, which is at the shore of Salt Ocean. That is how it is.
Can you please share the link again? Because since you have changed your this one, I'm not able to get that.
Yeah, these are the 2 links.
Yeah, you just have to share it again because I'll then copy it from here. I didn't copy the last one.
It's there in the chat box, Prabhu.
It's still there in the chat box? It was there earlier.
It's there, Prabhu, on top.
It's there. Okay. Prabhu, yes, it's there. Thank you, Naresh.
Now, 2 links are there. You can use the 2 links also. It's very good.
Okay, sure.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Dandavad Pranam. I have one question, Prabhu.
Yes, Mitaji.
Maybe silly, I'm sorry. Like we had one movie, no, Prabhu, Mackana's Gold. They go in search of gold and...
Correct, Mataji.
Like that, people have not explored into this Sumeru mountain or something, Prabhu, because they're trying to go reach Mars, Moon and all that. Have they not explored into these things, Prabhu?
They are definitely explored. Sumeru Mount, that is where Hiranyakashipu goes to Ilayavrata, no?
Hiranyaka. No, our people have not gone. They have not got an idea now.
But they should have qualifications to go, right? So that qualification they have learned.
You should, sorry, you should clarify who's our people. Sorry.
All the scientists and explorers and all that.
That is human beings. Basically, you're referring to human beings, Mataji.
Yes,
so ordinary human beings, even we also understand. Now there is Sumeru mountain. Okay, there is surrounding. There is Trikuta mountain, which is easily accessible also. But there needs to be a qualification to go there, right? We need to know. We need to have right instruments. We need to have right, but we don't have that. We have what is called rockets, which can fly. It can't cross Himalayas only. Not this Himalayas, the Himalayas which I showed bordering, that only we cannot cross. We can't cross the salt water and reach to another Dvipa only. So the qualifications and the technology needed is not there. So what Prabhupada says is correct. We can't reach moon. You have reached some Bharata Varsha only, which is not accessible, and calling that as moon, that's all. So even though we know, we don't know the qualifications. So how then Hiranyakashipu knew all this, and he obtained the qualifications from his guru, and he went to a place where nobody can disturb him to do that. The place should also be nice to do the tapas, right? He went there. Sukadeva Goswami was born in Ilayavata Varsha, and then that means Vyasa Maharishi's ashram was there. Then he came into Bharata Varsha. So that is what we can go. It is not we cannot go, but we should have necessary qualifications and technology with us to go there.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavad Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Dhanashanam.
Prabhuji, thank you very much for giving us very much knowledge about all the cosmology and other things. Prabhuji, I have one question. We devotees, we are interested and we are doing the devotional service. We are in pious activities, austerities, everything, just to get the mercy of the Lord and to reach the lotus feet of the Lord. But what is the purpose of knowing the knowledge, getting the knowledge of Jambudvipa with lot of gold and 7 kinds of opulence like liquor, sugarcane juice? For us, a small devotee like ordinary devotee, it's of no use, no, Prabhu. We can know the potency of the Lord, except that we are interested only in the lotus feet of the Lord. Except that I don't think, no, please forgive me if I am talking improperly, or if I am not asking the right thing. It may feel, you may feel silly, but it came to my mind, Prabhu.
That's a great question. Actually, if we are pure devotee, like Sanatana Goswami, if we are pure devotee, then we will throw the gemstone in the dustbin. The touchstone or gemstone is thrown in the dustbin. If we are pure devotees, we know, and we hold on to Madana Mohana. But for
Okay.
devotees who are not fully pure, they need to know, often they need to be reminded, hey, this is the opulence. So this is the care of the Lord. This is the opulence of the Lord. This is the potency of the Lord. Then we'll get humble. Oh, I have 10 kgs of gold. I have in my house. What great I am. People will be thinking. But moment they see mountain made of gold, a city made of gold, then they tell, oh, I'm nothing. Then they will start surrendering. Then that humbleness will come. So for a pure devotees, it's not needed. But for devotees on way to pureness, right? For them, it is needed to keep them steady in their faith, to keep them steady in their journey towards Lord. This is needed. Otherwise, this is just geographical knowledge, which pure devotees are not interested in. So if you see Chaitanya Charitamrita and all, it is not described. Sanatana Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Raghunatha Das Goswami is not described this, because they know they are pure devotees and they are talking to pure devotees. They are not described this at all.
Hari Hari. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
But in Sukadeva Goswami, when he was telling to Parishit Maharaj, there are various audience have various types. All were not pure devotees. Some were impersonalists, some were Mayavadis, some were ordinary people, like scientists and philosophers, as Rani Mataji was saying. So Sukadeva Goswami had to cater to all the audience, and that is why he describes Vedic cosmology. Understood, Prabhu?
Hari Hari. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhu, when we were saying that, I was just seeing, some are attracted in different forms, in different ways to get to, attracted to Krishna. So when you know that, oh, he has got so many things, as you said rightly, I have only 10 kilos, but he has got so many,
Yeah.
millions and tons. So they also will feel, oh, I'm going to the right person who is, so even if you see from that point of
Yes.
view, from our mentality also we can connect not to the same way to say, in
Yes.
any way you can also connect, that also will be coming in there.
That you hit the right point, Prabhu. That you feel attracted. Hey, I want gold, so he has mountains of gold. Let me approach that person. And anyway, you're approaching right person, the supreme person, and you achieve your goal of going back. So it is like this, right? In Kali Yuga, right? Lord Balaji doesn't require the gold. He has enough gold. He has mountains of gold. But still, people are giving gold. Why? Right? So that is what it is.
The deal. If I give this much, I'll get more.
Yes.
How many times?
So they believe that Lord has more. So if Lord is satisfied, so it is like this, right? A son earns from his first job and goes and provides that salary to his father. The son's salary is peanuts, right? But father's salary is so much. But still, he goes and gives, expresses that love. At least in material terms, he feels, oh, my father can give more. Father can give his health. But in the transcendental terms, he's in devotee terms, as Balaji Prabhu said, hey, we are offering everything to the Lord. So that is the two perspectives. But good point, Prabhu. Yes. Any other questions?
No questions, Prabhu. I think everybody is clear. Thank you for the excellent, wonderful class and also sharing the link. I think it's very important to at least know how, again, as you said rightly, how insignificant we are in this entire thing. And how much more, I mean, how much ever by our even, we can't even imagine how it will be. So it's like, it's not even insignificant. You can't even imagine how great the Lord is and the setup He has created over here, the cosmic manifestation. So thank you so much for covering this. And we just end the class with the Vaishnav Pranam, Vancha Kalpatarubhascha, Kripa Sindhu Bhyevacha, Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishvanipur, Ananta Koti Vaishnavendra Ki Jai, Granthram Bhagavatam Ki Jai, Gadgoshi Prabhupada Ki Jai. And I just want to, before we just close the session, I just want to tell everybody that tomorrow we have a special program in the temple. Right from Mangalarti, we'll be starting. And tomorrow there is the ICC will be celebrating the Vyasa Puja celebrations of His Holiness Jayapatak Swami Maharaj. So all are welcome. We'll have a packed session tomorrow. And those who would want to make their glorification by video, please make sure to send them to Shivatma Prabhu today so that we can have a wonderful session tomorrow and the big festival celebrations. Thank you so much. I just end the session now. Hare Krishna. Thank you for joining today. And Pranams.